Hey, how you doing, people?
Yeah, what up? Uh, we can't hear ourselves besides us talking, so is it loud enough? Do we need to turn the volume up? It's good.
I think it's good.
Okay, so good evening, pretty much nighttime,
Yeah.
7 o'clock or something. It's Marcus Griffin here in Montgomery, Alabama, and we will be headed back to Pensacola for a while. I got some unfinished business to take care of, and since I'm gonna have to go back pretty soon anyway, we figured we might as well go on and do what we gotta do there until that's wrapped up, and we might stay a while and leave. But before we get started with the real topic at hand, if nobody shows up, we gonna cut it about a half hour, no matter what. But that'll give us enough time to lay out the story of something that we just encountered, on the phone, but not really. But we'll explain that. I'll let him do that in a minute. But so it's pretty fucked up too. This is Copper Color Lifestyle. Once again,
How
Marcus
y'all doing?
Griffin.
And Christian Griffin, as always.
And so yeah, get it started. I'm gonna be quiet as much as I can, and when you need me to fill in, I'll be right there. Go ahead.
All right. Well, hello, people, y'all. Well, like he explained it a little bit, as y'all seen by the title, we're talking about the mother of my child and my actual mother working cohesively together to make sure I don't get to my daughter or be able to speak to her. So today, I called her. I haven't called her in a while because I already know the trouble I got to go through in order to even just speak to my daughter.
It's probably been over a month. Go ahead.
But I ain't. They ain't gonna keep me away from my daughter for long either way. So I called today, and I called the child of the mother of my child twice, and she hung up. She let it ring about 2 or 3 times, and then she hung up. So she don't have me blocked. So she just being childish. And then I called the mother, my own mother. She didn't answer either. But then my little sister answered the phone and talked to me. And and
Both of them, two of them.
yeah, yeah. So I was talking to her, and she was, the older one, the older little sibling that I have. Her name, I ain't gonna say her name, but she's the oldest sister. She kind of giving me the vibe like, I'm gonna talk to you still, and like, whatever. Which I know what it is. It's the influence from her mother, and her having the influence she have over the whole household. So explaining that in itself, I ain't gonna blame them, blame my little sister that much. And then my other, the youngest little sister I have, I love her to death. She know what was right and what's wrong. She just can't, do too much outside their household. So I still love her, and she know it, and I know she love me. So ain't no nothing else. But yeah, back to the situation. Yeah, and then basically my mother wound up sending me a message right after I got off the phone with my little sister because I was wanting to talk to my daughter, but couldn't get a hold to her right for today at least. Well, we're gonna try again tomorrow. And my mother sent me a message talking about please don't text my phone again, or please don't, and please don't call my phone again. And it's like, I get it. I understand why she doing it.
No, I don't know. He don't get it, and I don't either. It don't make no sense. Now go ahead.
But it's because we telling the truth, and the truth hurts. And I know you've been watching, because that's the only reason why you so mad.
And if you are watching, why don't you hit the motherfucking like button and go ahead and subscribe to the bit. Woman. It's his mother, so I almost slipped again. But he knows it's in my head. Eventually, if I run my mouth enough, it probably come out. I might say I'm sorry, even ask for upper forgiveness, but I still mean it in my heart, and they know it. And I'm talking about the ancestors and the Most High. God, the top God, as far as I'm concerned. It might be others, I don't know. I ain't gonna get deep in that, but it's one I believe in the most and follow, and even felt a little bit of pain from him because I wasn't doing quite right. Good old fashioned ass whooping to the max, and I learned my lesson. So that's where we're at now. Go ahead with wherever you left off.
Yeah. So she sent me that text message and saying don't text again. And I told her simply that that is fine. But all I was calling for was my daughter. And I told her, don't be mad at me because the truth hurts. I mean, we ain't did nothing but tell the truth. See, that's the thing. You know, if you was doing right, you wouldn't feel hurt. You wouldn't feel ashamed. You wouldn't feel like you have to give the phone to Sierra to call me back. Because I know what it was. You had your phone and you gave it to Sierra to have to call me. And that's why she had that old response, because you put her in a situation between us. And it's about me and you, not my two little sisters.
Yeah. So, you know, that conversation ended, and he told you didn't say her name, did you?
No.
Okay, no, I thought maybe it's in my head, but yeah, that older sister, but still underage per se, but getting there. You know, as he got off the phone, he said, "I love you" to her, and she didn't say anything. And then he said, "I love you" to the younger one who was standing by listening, and she did respond, kind of soft, and he said, "Okay, bye." You know, as usual, he was a little touched and hurt, but I already prepared him for this before he finally made this call. And it's been at least a month, if not longer. We've been so busy and caught up in everything else. I rarely know today Friday. I got to check back just to make sure I ain't missing one. So yeah. So you know, after all that, but his mother had enough gall or whatever to have a daughter call back to do something. But of course, she's saying by text and whatever, don't call my phone no more. Now, you know, if in case you missed it in the story, he ain't done nothing wrong. And everybody, including my mother, keeps saying, well, I'm just taking back to Texas and leave him there. And do what? Hold on. Let me finish. I know my mother ain't gonna see this, and it ain't about her. I said I was gonna mention when the time came, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm moving on. I'm gonna have to see her off and on, but I ain't gonna stick around long, and mostly I'm gonna be a ghost because we're gonna be working, catching up, and getting on track the way we need to. You know, we about 5-10 minutes in maybe, and they ain't got nobody in yet, and we might not, but we already said we're gonna give at least half hour to tell this shit and get it out. Take our time, at least a half hour. And if enough people show up, we'll keep going and talk about whatever somebody might need to hear. But if you want to hear any truth coming from me, especially, it's gonna be the hardest truth in the nice way I can put it. Until I gotta just, mix it up like hard concrete, and just for it turn to a real piece of hard brick or whatever, splash it on you, and you feel the pain. Then all of a sudden it crushed over. Now you gotta get a big ass hammer and chisel and get it off. And it's gonna take days. That's where I will bring it if you really ask for it and you think you need that much. So yeah, the truth we talking was just him. You know, like I said before, I ain't gonna keep saying this shit. We made this video when we wasn't really doing what we were supposed to be doing the right way. And I'm kind of mellow, even though I'm hyped in my own way. That night I put so much extra sauce on it that it scared everybody involved shitless. And then his mother finally called, and she went on him at the worst time. You know, we was going through our own personal crisis, and I ain't gonna keep on going with that. If you see one of the first videos, you'll know what I'm talking about.
And it was, once again, you know what I'm saying, I answered the phone, and I kind of did it at the wrong time. You know, I had my own multiple reasons why I answered that phone, But yeah, we were being punished at the time from the Most High and the ancestors at the time while we were trying to get those videos right.
Right. Okay. So, but at the same time, the reason I answered the phone also because his mother called, and his instant reaction was to answer it. And what he told me, because I asked him, why'd you even answer the phone, knowing the shit we had going on, and he said, oh yeah, but I didn't even think about it. I thought maybe she was calling to let me speak to my daughter. And I'm like, okay, no. Well, we see that ain't true. I come in and ask him who it is. He says his mom, and I can hear her barking at a distance. But and he tell me a little bit later, she's talking about, you gonna get us all killed. First of all, he turned on the camera and most recorded it as I did what I did, and just said words and told him he needs time with her, with all the bullshit on the phone, nothing else. Whether we was in Pensacola or wherever, California, it ain't hard to talk.
And then my thing is too, how important y'all think y'all is? How important do y'all think y'all are? that these people around the world will literally just dive in so deep to get the little details that we gave to find you.
Yeah, you're right, man. But that's a pointless question. It don't matter how important they think they are. They think they're more important than anything. They think they, as long as that question for you, anybody that might watch this later, they think they're more important than you having a solid relationship with your daughter if it ain't but talking on the phone at a distance on a regular basis. We ain't talking about every day, and we ain't talking for hours at a time. Most of the time, you got to chase her down, and nowadays you can't pay attention to him long enough to learn anything that he's trying to teach you to counteract all the bullshit from her mother, her grandparents, her parents standing by watching, acting stupid, which is why she's so stupid and stupid acting. And if he stay away long enough and we don't get the shit right, by the time they already trying to make her forget that he exists, whether he know it or not. I think he just not starting to understand that right now. But I gave it time just to see if anybody was gonna be smart, and he just waited. He didn't know what to do, so he just chilled out on that, and they said much. But all these little weird breakdowns at the wrong times and shit, it's probably most of that. So he finally called, but I prepped him at least a week ago. I said, you need to get ready to call him whenever you're ready. Just ask to speak to her. If they even answer the phone and give you some help, just ask one more time, and then politely say, well, I'll try again, maybe at a better time.
Yeah.
And bye. Well, he didn't get a chance to really talk to nobody, but he got messages in both ways. A not answering the phone and then hanging up and going to voicemail. I'm listening to it. And then his mother, letting it be known something through her two younger underage daughters to say what, I don't know. And just for her to text a few times where they'll say they don't call my phone no more. Every time we try to lay back on this shit, and I keep saying we ain't gonna do it, but it fits into the whole YouTube mission, period. It's all this bad behavior. Now, where you get it from, B, YouTube and the internet would hardly existed. And the shit you do on there, I mean, fuck everybody doing that. It ain't none of quality. If we don't get one fucking view to 10 days later, it ain't gonna matter. Because, see, we are doing this, and this message ain't just about you or even this child. We're going to work that out. And when we come to Texas, like everybody keeps saying, just take him there and I guess leave him. Well, guess what? I can do that. And y'all ain't even open the door to let him in to even talk to him to see what's on his mind. So fuck y'all for now, both of y'all, you and your goddamn husband. If you want me to even keep considering you a Griffin and my brother, you need to make some kind of move. Because eventually gonna call you, and hopefully you'll say something to him. If you ever see this shit, you so fucking scared. She probably seeing all of them and keeping you out the fucking loop, like a goddamn dummy. So I ain't nobody worried about that for real. But either way, when he come to Texas, he ain't coming with just me. And I ain't gonna say too much more about that. You've been warned already. If you've been watching it all and you miss it, go back. You'll find it. Now, I ain't gonna tell you, I can't tell you which one exactly, because a lot of them, because of the way we've done them, with the titles and the words, it's hard to tell unless you start to watch them. But it's something all of them that anybody can listen and use in one way or another. So wherever you was at, go ahead, man. And if you get a little off, I'll get you on again, and then we'll finish.
Well, man, where I want to go with it is simply this. It's far beyond just my situation, because my situation is just one of the many out there, but all of ours are similar. All of us is trying to be, most of us men are trying to be good men to our children and be there for our children, but instead we wind up making a mistake with one of y'all black women and put a seed in one of y'all, and then y'all act out times 100 because y'all feel like y'all got some type of power or obligation. And it's like, what power? The power that y'all trying to get, it comes from the government, and that's because the government want to destroy us, copper-colored men.
Working too. It's working too.
And y'all just letting it go and keep on going, and then the simple things like having a household and you want to have control over the whole household and control everybody that's in it, and it don't work like that. And you see me, I'm free now. It don't work. You might work for a little while, but eventually you'll find a couple of me's that's gonna get tired of that bullshit, and we're gonna come out with the truth.
It's already folks doing it, but for a lot of them, it's just entertainment just for the time being. But of course, it ain't gonna really affect you enough unless it's hitting you right in your mouth real hard. And a lot of guys, they find the best fight they can, and eventually they're gonna realize and maybe have enough assets and money to actually win the shit. Because that's what we coming with. We coming strong. I'm just waiting. I ain't gonna say shit else about what I got going on or been going on for fucking years. But the time for something big to happen is approaching. And I'm already well in it. So you better hope. But you ain't gotta hope shit. I'm just waiting, and when we get back to Pensacola, we're gonna start the ball rolling of fucking knowledge. And before we make any actual move and put some money on the table or wherever, by the time we get to Texas, you might well just be prepared for whatever fuck coming. Ain't no violence. It's just gonna be smooth and it's gonna be beautiful. And I ain't gonna say no more about that.
I advise y'all just to get my baby stuff ready, whatever.
But
y'all.
That's too much. Only too much. Yeah. All for now. If any of y'all see this, he gonna keep trying to call when he feel like it. I'm usually be listening, and we gonna let it roll. And all the shit you don't do or say or whatever that ain't right, we gonna take it to the right places. It's documentation. Now use your fucking brain. We gonna keep talking about that. Yeah. Now if it anymore, we ain't really got nobody in here yet. So
we got 3 people in there.
All right.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry I didn't see you. This shit kind of, and I do got these dark Morpheus glasses on, for effect, So thank you for even coming. We're gonna go a little while long. This is some real serious shit. And I'm only getting in as much as I am because I had to keep him on point. He about to lay out the plan and everything if he ain't careful. That's just his thing, his passion. But I'm on that. Now, if you want to finish the story where we started, go ahead.
Well, if you didn't catch the story, so
we lost somebody, but that's all right. You'll be back. I know you. I know some coach or somebody starting. Cool. Thanks for coming. Y'all get that like button too, if you don't mind, please. Your cash app, it's on there, but I don't expect nothing. But just I ain't gonna never beg, and I ain't gonna too much keep mentioning shit. But just for shits and giggles, if somebody want to send $1 or $2, they gonna take a part of it. But it'll be a goodwill thing for us to say, yeah, we can do this. We just gotta keep trying, and we gonna keep trying. And that most of the shit is coming from our own personal experience. Just from growing up through my short time in the Marine Corps, and I got out clean, and I used the system to do it. It was kind of funny. And the dude and the guy who was holding the main cards, he said, "I'm gonna sign his paper," and open the door and said, "Just wait a little while. You're on your way home." And I've been working towards my future in my life till right now since then. So yeah. So we're gonna talk a little more about the bullshit going on between his mother and his baby mother. Then fucking co-opted and got together to try to batten down the hatches so he can't even talk to her on the phone no more, which was getting difficult more and more over time because I've been listening. And so go ahead with it, man, wherever you at.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier, if you new to it, this little journey of me trying to get back to my daughter, it really, that's all it really has been. It's a whole thing of me just trying to be able to take care of my daughter, be close to her and everything else. But I have the mother of my child and my actual mother cohesively working together to make sure I can't even speak to her at this point. And it's all just because I'm telling the truth on this platform. All I'm doing is sharing my story to everybody so we can start learning from each other and understanding that we're not alone with these situations. But at the same time, if we keep on letting this stuff keep on going and happening and acting like we can't do nothing about it, it ain't going to get fixed.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot that want to do and don't know how, and all we can do is give you advice and go off experience and tell you, especially shit he going through. I don't have children, and at this point, almost 52, I ain't trying to. I ain't even slip up and let it happen. So, but for all y'all men, especially who trying to do the right thing, even more, I hope that maybe she'll change around and act better and get on course. If she wasn't born and raised to do it and came up seeing it and involved too much in that shit, good luck. Good luck to you. If she ever come in and want to discuss a fucking skit she saw, you might well start packing up one of y'all bags and make plans to go the other way.
Yeah,
straight up.
And that's another thing, man. This world
do it quick.
This world then became too much about power struggle, about how the skits say this supposed to go, how it's all about making sure the woman is happy wife, happy life. All these bullcrap things, man. It's about the whole family. It's about the woman doing her part, the man doing his part, and then y'all coming together and loving each other and playing y'all roles and making sure that y'all teaching y'all children how to love and how to learn, how to be educated and everything else as good life goes on. It's not about, all right, I got to make sure that my feelings is heard every day, all day, and I get to control this. And if you don't do it my way, then I'm gonna do an uproar. I'm gonna do this, and we let it though. I mean, the men of the households let this type of stuff happen.
Yeah, these modern men with these even worse, all usually evil, undercover. A lot of them modern women. Y'all the fucking worst. I mean, okay, so let me slow down for a minute. So we going back to Pensacola and move around how we feel like we need to. Just like here in Montgomery, we ain't gonna have a whole lot of help. Some people would help us a whole lot if they had everything together. But we told a short video just a little while ago about a family member who got busted, bankrupt basically, when he had at least $300,000 sitting in the bank or whatever during the time. Went to the IRS, and his wife at the time did the one thing she told him don't do when she filed the tax whatever. Don't put my motherfucking name on it. But taking advice of somebody else who figured they could get a little cut too. The man, they caught on to him, red flagged him, and started taking everything. And he ain't got it back yet. And he had a stroke 4 years ago, and he a shell of a man he was, but he a fighter. And all he need, and this apparently, in case anybody don't know, he showed me the video, and I know he watched it probably a million times. For people who have strokes and can barely talk and get words out and move, they got this shot that they put in your spine some way. And I saw the same lady 5 minutes later talking and walking and moving around and doing a whole lot better, almost instantaneous.
Exactly.
What else can they fucking cure? But we ain't gonna get deep in that now because we don't need that heat. Even though we ain't making a dime, and I had this. I guess we got 2 lights. Thank y'all about to say, damn, y'all keep leave. Let me pause, play some music for 5-10 minutes, and wait, whether you like it or not. And when you hit the like button and especially Cash App and shit, then we'll come on back. And that's dumb shit. So just for y'all that's here and listen, that's some shit we ain't never gonna do. Even if we got music, we gonna play it when it's played, and that's that. But it won't be a whole lot because we got a lot of serious talking to do. And once again, sent here, starting to do this shit, floating around across this country as we go, maybe. But right now, about tomorrow be day number 5 here, and we on our way out back to Pensacola in the fucking heat of the bullshit. The spiritual warfare, because people can't handle me saying, I don't stutter no more. I can talk all day, which I can. You can tell. We ain't gonna do it because we're gonna get an early start and stop at another part of Alabama and see some shit and do some filming and eventually get it edited and let it out.
Yeah, whoever in the live, make sure y'all go watch our videos, and we, like you say, we're gonna have a good one coming tomorrow. We're gonna have another one coming tonight.
We got to edit it and then put it out. So it's gonna be a little bit of a late night, but I always got a little extra energy as long as we working. But after that, it's sleeping time. And him, I got to get him up almost every morning. And I've been up for several hours trying to be quiet, making noise. And he's still knocked out, but we make it.
Yeah, we do it. We doing the thing, man. But yeah, we just gotta start.
Hey, Peace Pipe, Indian. Copper colored, Niji. Shout out once again to Dane Calloway. Check him out. And if if you see him, tell me, especially Marcus Griffin, Carbon Colored Lifestyle. He don't know me for sure, but if we get a chance to talk for real, he gonna listen. And I've been listening to him for years before he had his dreads. That's Pretty Boy. He know about that. Get on my nerves sometimes. So I can't keep the sweat out my eye. Do something about it. He never do
it. I work through it, man.
And while I'm shouting out real quick, Oheen Omara, shout out and check out that crypto shit. I got some. We ain't gonna say how much or none of that shit, but I didn't put a lot in, and it go down and stay down, but it's going back up, and when it blow up, bam. That's one thing. We still gonna be doing this. I ain't been told I can even come close to stopping putting out whatever message. So check out our long videos. Check out our shorts. Especially the shorts when I'm addressing men directly, trying to help you get the heart and the balls to speak up and say what you gotta say, to try to check your woman, especially if you living with her and you're paying half the bills or most of the bills or whatever. This shit ain't that complicated, but we helping them to muck it up. And then we starving to death, can't eat, talking about she can't cook, but y'all can't do it either, but I can cook with one eye closed. And most times I'm feeding myself, and now feeding him and trying to get all his fancy, special, healthy shit. Fucking forget about it. I told, hey man, listen, whatever I eat, you gonna eat something close. It's what you like, but all that extra shit, don't want to eat gelatin capsules because it got pork in it. They're like eating sausage shit, and I said I ain't read ingredient for sure, but I heard somebody say it's pork in that shit too. It might be all pork with a shred of turkey meat. And he eating that shit up, talking about, I'm getting healthier by the fucking minute. Yeah, we all know it's ridiculous if we really know. And he's still trying to fight me on it, but he learned, as usual. So, real quick before I forget it, because we ain't gonna stay on too much longer. And everybody that came and stayed or came and went or might have came back, I know how it worked. Yeah. Thank you. And when you really feel like saying something, maybe we can read the chat. And then if you need to, we can talk about it, and I can go in on your behalf. I even kind of talk to the person straight up through this thing and tell him, watch it. He's talking to you, but make sure you can cover your shit out there.
And then again, man, y'all make sure y'all don't be afraid to talk. Y'all can always talk to us. I mean, we accept all opinions. Now, he might be a little rough if you say the wrong thing, but hey, it's all opinions are accepted. So you got to accept ours as well.
Wait a minute. That's War Smoke. But, rough, that's relative to what we talking about and how you bring the shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want honest truth, honestly, a lot of times me it's gonna come off rough. That's because you really weren't prepared to hear. If that's the case, then just don't ask. And they go for him too, but he'll ask certain things. Then when I go a little too deep, then okay, I understand, but you don't. But we get past. And so as time go on, and maybe we get a little more known, and people know I actually know some shit, and then seen some shit, and got around some shit, and even had to go through some shit, and a few people to get some peace to keep moving forward through my own personal struggles. But you ain't even really complain about shit. If I talk about it, I just tell you how it happened, how I dealt with it, maybe fixers got around it, or beat the shit all together, and where I'm at. Yeah. And you see where I'm at right now, in a motherfucking hotel room, a Motel 6 to be exact. The cheapest shit we can get around here that got everything we need, with all the extras.
And we doing this all because we are on a mission from the Most High and the ancestors to come and help our people, wake our people up, and be better ourselves. Yeah. So we can go on get to our actual place of living, how we supposed to be.
Yeah, and we tried to fucking, we came here. I didn't have no plans for shit. I said we need a fresh start around some family on my father's side, but a lot of them is older than the younger ones. They lost for several reasons, and it wasn't long before I said, okay, let's do what work we can. And today, sometime we said, okay, let's get the room one more day, get everything squared away. In the morning, we're gonna leave early, make our scenic stop in Alabama. I really don't want to say, well, even though you ain't coming there, if you come to Pensacola, it's gonna be at least 2.5 hours. You make one wrong turn, you're gonna be in Burnt Corn, Alabama, or some shit, and that's a real city. Pineapple and all that shit, all kind of crazy shit. But hey, it's whatever.
And that's the crazy thing about it. He already knew and was told that we was gonna have to be on the road and be moving at moment's notice.
Yeah.
He been told this. He was been told this when if y'all go to one of our first videos, he was told all this. But we didn't know exactly when, where, how. But look at us now. We on YouTube. Y'all watching us, and I'm giving y'all my story. And I'm not afraid to give y'all my story. And hopefully y'all feel good enough that y'all be able to start sharing and getting out what y'all need to get out. Because this stuff ain't right, man. It's the way of life, and it's everywhere around. Everywhere we turn is always some type of woman or a black woman that's some type of got something in her. Something that's just triggering that little evil, whatever it could be.
Well, I'll tell you what, y'all can test it. Just go around and tell people that you talk to the Most High or you feel His presence, and
promise you.
Just don't say Jesus or nothing like that. Just say Most High, the ancestors. They say, what you talking about? The God in heaven and His people, His helpers, His angels, if you want, so to speak. And then see how fast they might fucking, go with it for a second, and then they're gonna start to back up slowly. It's about time to end the shit. Yeah.
Man, it's just crazy, man. That everywhere I turn, and then my own mother and the mother of my child, she been showed her true colors. But for my own mother, that's the part that is at this point I'm used to it. Don't get me wrong, but the time being, with my mother being a part of every step, where the mother of my child put me through hell and trying to keep my daughter away from me, trying to take her away from me. And then, me not realizing the whole time my mother was helping all this happen through course of time.
Well, I knew over time, I can put two together, but, him being him, even though he kind of going anti-woman to for the right reason to a good extent, he want to give his mother and even his baby mother, because she in so much control, the benefit of the doubt that when he called, he can at least have a decent conversation with her trying to get in on it or be rude, and his mama's just talking to him constantly, but she ain't got time to pick up the phone any other time and talk to him and see how you doing. And then dad just gave up altogether, seemed like, and then there's some more shit with that. I ain't even expose that. That's real stupid. We already discussed that.
But yeah,
and more shit. Go ahead.
But yeah, so it's wild though that my mother had, like I said, been step by step. She also is the one reason why I decided to put myself on child support, because that was her advice.
Stupid.
I didn't know better. I should have looked it up. Blah blah blah. Whatever. We on to the next time. So, and honestly, it all worked out for the better, because I'll be honest, I'm not you
still on child support?
Yeah, I'm still on child support, but I'm still, it opened my eyes into working and trying to do different things to the point that we on YouTube now. It's all led up.
And on that child support thing, real quick, he actually paid it a few years ago in full, and I tried to warn him to cut it at least a little bit short. That you might want to check on that to make sure you're doing it right. Well, he was paying it cash out the full amount on time, and she was taking it and spending it, and the child ain't see much of it. Trust that, McDonald's and shit don't count. So and so then when tax time came, he was expecting over $3,000
for over four.
Okay, over four. I keep going for some reason. Over $4,000, his money, but he had already paid her, I guess, over $4,000. And of course, some of y'all maybe not watching, but somebody, especially they copper color, who've been in that position. And then after she kept all that money and maybe still spending it and holding on to it, they took all his tax return, gave it to her,
and called it a gift.
Well, it was a gift, both of them really, but it was a double gift. It was a gift that he was paying the shit to start with, but twice, and he ain't seen a dime back, and he been on the verge of homeless more than once. And now we both on the verge of homeless, but we're gonna be all right because we got resources, and we ain't too worried about family, because only a few even on anywhere we go. Like Montgomery, we leave in the morning for as soon as we can. I'm sick of this place. Our color people, if y'all think it's bad in Pensacola at times, the coldness, the non-speaking, to look at you and then turn your head, or to stare at you because you're wearing a cowboy hat and choose and not say shit, even if they older than me, And like y'all motherfucking old people ought to know better. Shame on you. But hey, around here it's 10 times. We went to Home Depot the other day to return that camping shit that we ain't gonna need and get the money back with a decent amount of money too. And on the way in, this old cat in a pickup truck, up the day or so. He get out, it's one of them handicapped spots where it's parallel and he facing forward. So he get out, open the door, and he faces me as he putting on his jacket, straightening his hat or whatever. And we about 20, 15 feet away as we walking, just coming forward. I got my glass and one of my hats on. I'm just walking, doing my thing, and he behind me a little bit. We walking. And he just staring at me. And I'm just staring at me. I get probably about 5 feet from him, and I'm waiting. I'm looking. I'm saying, but I got my glass on, waiting to speak and nod. What's up or something to keep on chucking. He never said nothing, and he got this look on his face like I'm trying to figure out what this dude got going on. I mean, he's 6'4", but he's so mesmerized by I guess my walk, which everybody say I got a particular walk. It's on purpose, but I've been doing it for so long. It is kind of my thing, and I see people who call me down the grocery aisle like a chick I used to try to bang and never could get it, but she gave to everybody else who wanted it. We ain't worry about that. I know some of y'all know somebody who may be always watching who know something about that shit. Don't worry about it. It come and go.
So one for you anyway, brother.
But anyway. Ain't nothing been for me. I've been single for almost 8 years. The last chick, I gave her a engagement ring, and one night she put it on the table, mad about nothing. And I figured, okay, when she get up to leave in the morning to go to work about 3, 4 in the morning, that was a gig then. I figured when I wake up, however long, or it didn't take long. I heard the door close, and I was awake anyway. So I politely, picked my phone up, shook it, turned on the flashlight, looked at the table by the couch I was sleeping on, which had become my regular bed for years. Don't get me wrong, we spent time together between that couch and the bed, chilling and other shit, Netflix and chill without the Netflix type thing. And we lived together for almost all the years, and we didn't do it a whole lot. But I got used to it, and we support each other. And then I started really doing better and everything. And she was cool and taking get what she needed, rides and everything else. And eventually she said, I don't want to do it no more. But before that, she had put the ring down and left, and I looked and it was still there, and she ain't picked it up since. So I put it away. I still got it. I don't know what to do with it. If I pawn it, I might get $50. And me being me, having some kind of moral integrity, there'll never be a chick that I consider special to give a ring that I pass that down, and either say I just got it, bought it, and then never use it just in case. It'll be smooth, right? Or tell her I gave it to a bitch and the bitch gave it back, and I ain't gonna never propose to you, but it's a nice ring. Don't tell nobody it's supposed to be engaged a ring. It's just a fucking ring. Wear it if you want to, but it's yours. Fuck it. That's the truth. And I got my own place, started watching YouTube and studying, and when the time's right, my voice is freed up so I can talk so smooth most of the time, unless I'm dealing with regular shit, then I stumble more. This shit gotta look glitch, and I think it's on purpose. So I don't go around just escorting people for every little fucking thing. First time I tried, a lady at the doctor's office, and that shit went hard. And then they kicked me out, and then they banned me and said, you can't ever come to this clinic to get your prescription. Now, there's $1 million fucking doctors in Pensacola who will write me a prescription, and they're a little better than a fucking pill meal. If it was worth the time, I would have called and said, bitch, are you out your mind, and who gives a fuck? I was already on to the next fucking thing about that anyway. But until then, I got my medicine for at least 6 months. So kiss my ass, bitch, and your assistants too, especially the copper color ones who took it to the lighter hue lady, and she called me to tell me on the message that I wasn't allowed no more. If you need medicine, you gotta get another doctor and find it somewhere else. If you ever listen, Ash, whatever your name is, at the Pro Health Clinic in Pensacola or College Parkway, y'all know it. It's by it's by this Booker T. Washington High School, one of the homes of Derrick Brooks. What's up, Derrick? Bo, Hall of Fame linebacker. You one of the best ever and one of the hardest hitting motherfuckers, even without pads on. You remember when you hit that dude named Head and the shit sounded so loud? I'm like, damn, are we wearing pads? Because it was a fucking clack. I clack like I ain't hurt. Now it wouldn't have hurt me and it wouldn't have stunned me the way it stunned Head, but Head was little. But I would have tried to look for every chance to get you back clean. And it would have been a time I would have got you, and you know it too. So, what up, Bo? You still doing your thing? And look at this. 191 pounds, I ain't worked out in over a month. And when I get back soon, oh, it's on. So, enough of that. You know, I got to flex every once in a while. There ain't too many trying to pass by here.
This man been flexing for years. That's how I knew him. That's how I knew who he was. And that's the crazy thing. We so close now that when I was younger, I never thought I'd be so close to him, man. You know, all I remember was that was Uncle Marcus, the one that was flexing all the time. The one that, you see this?
It used to be much. This one used to be much bigger, like 22, 23 inches, no bullshit. Yeah. I got a picture and I ain't gonna dig it out. It's scary. He saw it.
Yeah, man, you used to be huge, but then this is more impressive though, man.
And more healthy and everything. I can move better than everything. Yeah. Y'all, you know, if you think about getting in shape, don't wait till 25 January. The New Year shit already passed. If you already tried to quit, start again. Listen, a real health tip. If you want to lose weight, if you got any muscle and you're trying to maintain it while trimming fat at the same time, you can do it. Pick up your workout regimen and just vary it and stay on it. And you can even do chest 2-3 days in a row, but eventually take a break. And then while you hitting chest every day for 3 days, if you choose to do that, you know, put in some arms with that too, and some triceps, some buys, and some back along the way. Oh, and then the next day, the fourth day, when you want to start back primarily, you make sure you do the main things on that first, and then do supplements, and then you might add some triceps. And whenever you want to, you do your legs. That's on you. I ain't done in fucking years. But I keep telling him, when we get back and start training again, I'm going to do it with him, but he going to do it more, but I just push him. Because fuck that. I used to squat over 5, deadlift 5 over 5 for 2 reps straight up. And then I put it down. And that's how the extensive warm-up. So I wasn't no joke. But all that shit's gone, still strong as fuck. But I ain't strong as I will be when I get back on it again. And he gonna catch up and look like a whole man for us over with.
Yeah, so, yeah.
If he don't fight me the whole way and bitch out and start crying, I'm sore, I'm hurt. You know, I say put on some fucking Bengay or some shit that don't smell so bad, and put on a sweatshirt and sweat it out, and come back tomorrow and get ready for some more fucking pain. I would train him and I would train with him until that pain stops. To where even when you feel it, it's on a temporary because you know you worked out extra hard that day. A few hours later, you'll be done fucking almost forgot about it unless you went super hard. But by a day or two later, you back. And if you keep working out even at a lower pace, you'll be good. And get your cardio in, just walk on the treadmill, at least 30 minutes. But if you're on a journey to really start to slim down first, take it slow. Come down your diet slowly. Don't cut out everything. Have your little cake, a little piece of cake, but thin, please, and make that rare. Just discipline, fellas. Work out, walk, do a lot of walking. That's what got me on the path to being like this, walking more than anything, especially in the heat during COVID when everybody was acting so fucking stupid and you couldn't be around nobody or sneeze or cough without ducking down and saying, you know, bombs away. Put on your fucking paper mask.
Like that was gonna help.
It was stupid as fuck. And I played that game to make money at times, but most times I would tell my helpers, I tell you what, y'all put the fucking mask on. And if you need a question or something, I'll be out in the truck doing what I do and come tell me and I'll tell you what to do. And if it get real bad, then I put the bitch on for a minute and then I'm out. Same thing till we done. And still got paid every bit of my money. So fuck that shit. So I lost a lot of weight and kept the muscle and most of my strength. And now you can do it. Take your time. So what you see now, if I start out at 285 solid with them big arms and everything, as he was talking about that picture, I ain't gonna really show right now. I'm about 190 pounds now. You know, a little tweaking with some help from up there, and we don't even worry about it. But they did something. And I'm just waiting to try it out to see how much more I can move and what I can do. And really tighten up and get a little pumped again, you know. So, you know, I forgot. I lost my track for a minute, but yeah, we gonna get that together, and just diet down, cardio. Somewhere along the way, you might want to do some shadow boxing, jumping rope, but don't kill yourself, you know. So And it'll work, man. Fellas, I've been doing this shit till what you see right now, whether you impressed a little bit or a lot, or say, nah, that ain't shit. I'm doing better, and I've heard it all. Come prove it. But you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Since I split up and got my own place and been able to just do what I want to do, eating wise and everything, I've been doing this shit like 7, 8 years now. However long me and the ring girl been apart. And she getting bigger. Here's her last time I talked to her, talking about it was thick. I'm like, yeah, for now, but I seen your family, especially one of your big old sisters, the Kitty Bird. You know what I'm talking about? And she big as fuck and bad body too. And her husband, if he's still living, I'm surprised because he just waiting to just fall. I ain't trying to be mean or nothing. He walking on borrowed time. If he live to be older, real like past my age, he better start fixing that shit hard right now and don't stop. And don't never stop until he can't do nothing no more. Which he'll be 6 feet under or whatever. It's over that way. It's over that point no matter what. So on that note, we're gonna end off in a minute, and we gonna keep beating it down. But his mother, his baby mama, y'all keep doing the shit, and we just waiting. When the time is right, we gonna be there in Jackson. It's gonna be a whole nother story. And ain't gonna be no national TV crime. You can do it, but I ain't gonna hear it. He might hear and feel it for a minute, but he gonna keep on walking with his dart in hand. And then they can start over and start getting it right and unfuck all this evil female shit that y'all teaching her by example and with your stupid word. It's supposed to be some kind of allies. Okay, y'all can both go down together when the time is right. And my brother, you got to make your choice what you're gonna do either way. I don't give a fuck no more. It's up to you. You grown for all that's worth. So, go ahead, man, and say what you're gonna say, and then we're gonna close it out. It's probably been at least damn an hour again. And thank everybody for coming in and for the likes.
We appreciate you.
Some of y'all came in, hung them in, and said, I guess you don't need nothing, and you didn't even hit the like button. So the 5 or 6 that did show up, we about 3 short. We gonna hit it, and that might make us a little better. But hey, thank you. Thank you every time and for everything or nothing, just for the listening. I know somebody gonna get something, or if nothing else, for real. Just turn somebody on to our videos in this channel. It's gonna take a time in this live stream and all of it. It's gonna take a time for us to lay all this shit out. And we get caught up on one thing, me and him, but it's so much shit to tell, and it's all in my mind and my heart. So when I start talking, it's gonna come out. And when enough people want to start interacting, we'll figure out a way to actually address some of these things. Super chat now, it's hard to read all this shit and interact and all that shit and keep on track, and the shit ain't moving, but it's fine. We ain't worried about that. We still trying to gain traction. So before I go and before I let them close out and we say bye, good night and all that, remember, check out Oheen Omar at the Crypto Game Podcast, # Crypto Game Podcast. He was on just a little while ago. He probably done now. All it felt in the chats. We come in, say a little something, they don't say shit. And I've been there since the start. And I ain't gonna forget this shit. Cause one of these days he gonna open that fucking panel, and me and him gonna be one of the first ones to show up. And one of the first things gonna say, hey fellas, here I am now. What the fuck? And y'all remember me now? But enough of that. And Black Ram 313, we still shouting y'all and thank you for the support. Because your chat room the same thing. We can try and try to stay out your show, and you do your thing, and they keep climbing around or whatever and acting serious between each other. And we gonna stick and move until we get there too.
And then also shout out to Dane Calloway, man.
Yeah, Dane Calloway.
He out there spreading out the truth like we need it, and spreading out our truth, not their truth.
Long history, including slavery and all that shit. He's still working for something bigger, and me and him are just a part of it. I'm just a start of a destroyer type mission, and we'll find out more about it as we go. Yeah, so Dane Calloway, Oheen Omar, Aboriginal TV, or the Ghost of Aboriginal TV, because this channel been shut down and restarted so many fucking times. He eventually changed name to the Ghost as though he dead, but he was live and well putting out a lot of information. And there's so much, sometimes I can't stick with it for too long, but I'm gonna talk to you too, see what's up. So there's a lot more people I can mention, but it'll be time for that. And then eventually I'll start trying to see if I can hook up with these fucking women that y'all say you can't do nothing but argue with them and debate and try to change their mind while they constantly infiltrate, especially the black manosphere. or as I like to call it, what it should be, the copper colored manosphere. And I mean that. I'm gonna do my best to get that spread at least a little bit till they catch on. And then y'all can argue and threaten to fly and fight over that dumb shit.
Hold on, real quick.
Gee.
So just so they know.
White and black, Jesus. Go ahead.
What is copper color?
Oh, my bad. Let me make sure my peace pipe don't fall
because maybe y'all don't know.
So copper color lifestyle is just the way we live. Us and whoever trying to make it the best way we can. If you got any problems, start fixing it from the inside and just work your way. And even you gotta do it undercover with the person looking at you, wondering what the fuck you doing. Keep on moving and be smart and get out the shit clean with as much of your shit as you can. But for copper colored people and the men who need to be and want to be and trying to be leaders, but gotta get that sun out their way that think they your equal and then some, copper color. All this, you see that brownish type skin? I'm tan right there because I've been working out in the sun. Even driving on this side is darker in my trucks and shit for years. Window up or not, tinted window in my car, I can't avoid it. But soon, eventually, if I stay out the sun and don't have to do too much that crazy shit, it'll be all more like this. And it's gonna be beautiful.
There's so much copper colored on y'all screen, but y'all screen gonna turn totally copper.
Copper color. And you still ain't gonna be a black eye. It'll be a brown eye, but you'll be able to see through it. Mm-hmm. But no offense to anybody, we all gotta be who we be and live how we live and try to live right and help each other when we can on both sides. I gotten plenty of help from other people, extra money made plenty with what I charge, and then for some reason they may say, well, here's $500 more. And that's yours. And then pass out him and my whoever, maybe 100 or maybe 60 or 80, but they gave it to who they want to have it the most. And that's that. I always pay it forward in some way when it's over. So I ain't no problem with that, and I still ain't rich. And I ain't got a whole lot stacked in the bank, but I'm gonna make it. And we going back to Pensacola starting tomorrow. And after that, if I gotta start doing a move or two, and I'm doing almost all my shit, all my dollars, I'll get one, at least one. Keep the job small and keep chugging as we make these videos until more and more people pay attention. And when we come on, or say we coming on, people sit by and wait the way they do others, like Coach Greg Adams. Great ass show, good info. We try to help. You got to deal with all the motherfuckers who want to be naysayers too. And he gets stressed about that. He ain't gonna let y'all ninjas kill me. And I don't blame him. Do your thing, Coach Greg. Free agent lifestyle, this copper color. And it's a little different. But for all his work, I like it. He gonna learn to like it. And we definitely support you. Holler at us. Or something.
Yeah, Lord.
And say what you're gonna say, we're gonna close out because we gotta do whatever and get ready to be gone in the morning. I can't stand Montgomery. The people here, especially the ones that look like me, I'll call you copper color because you got some of the same hue, but y'all so more tainted than the people in Pensacola. Jesus, I ain't never seen people that can just act like nobody exists.
Well, yeah, like
fucking amazing. I can't wait to die this motherfucker. Like you tried. I had enough. And I got family and roots, and I don't want. Listen, real quick. One of my cousins, the one who kind of tied to his wife more than he want to be, but keeps smiling and pretend he happy. He was telling me that what I didn't even know until he said it. All the way up into he was born in 1985. All the way into sometime in the 90s, there was still like color lines. You could just go a little far down the way in Montgomery, hang out with your Caucasian or white friend, and all of a sudden his mom would bring him home and tell his parents, we wish he could stay, but it's getting late and it's just dangerous for this young cat to be around here being friendly, even if he's hanging in the house. When he leaves, if somebody looking, he might be in danger. So here he is, and try not to let him come back. This was like the 1990s. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I had to ask him again just to make sure, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, wait a minute, you born? I knew he was younger than me. I was born in 72. He was born in 85, and that's about right. So he lived in Montgomery off and on, and he had a pretty extensive career, Marine Special Forces type jobs. But in Marine Corps, no matter how good you are, if it's attached to the Corps straight up, they don't call it Special Forces. But he trained with the SEALs and everything. I know it's the truth. He didn't let all that go, but he was telling me he was dealing with color lines and had to be careful who he hung with and how long he stayed. It was sundown town, within a town, and most of the places is quote unquote black. The people that's working, and the other dark people is like Indian or Hinduish or something. And that's all we see besides black women, and I'm just saying that to make it easy for everybody, behind the desk is the same Hindu guys. And at a convenience store, it's the same thing. And it's hit or miss. Some of them not nice and friendly, especially if you carry yourself the right way. But don't worry about it. If you carry yourself the right way and pay and all that shit, they'll speak and say thank you, have a nice day and all that. But then some of them, they'll take your money, drop it in your hand and give it back if they can, and then don't say shit while they kind of stand as you walk out the door. I still got my shit, you got your money, so we both win, but why do you feel that way? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't be knowing what that be about, man. All
don't care
in that gas station just looking at, and then it be crazy because they be just sitting there waiting for a black person to go try to act like they finna steal something, look like they finna steal something. Y'all shouldn't sit there and just watch their eyes on them cameras, how much glory and victory they feel like they get when they catch one of our people.
But they ain't catching that many people because ain't that many people even like us we come in and spend all kind of money for overpriced shit, including myself, and a lot of times just cause of convenience. Everything in motherfucking Montgomery, Alabama is spread the fuck out. You gotta get on the interstate to get 10 minutes down the way to get somewhere else, and you going from decent places to the fucking hood everywhere we go, until you get to the other parts where everything's kind of gentrified and nice already. And they ain't got time for all this other shit yet, but give it time, they'll get there. But right now, the whole vibe and the people in Montgomery is just fucked up. And as far as pleasant experiences, I've had more than a few I've had just dealing with Caucasian people here and there. No shit. But in Pensacola, that's common, especially when I'm doing my business. I'm always respected. And by the time we leave, a whole lot more. And if you try to bring too much that disrespect, I'll shut that down real quick and pretty firmly and tell you got two choices. We need to get this shit in line. Me and my guys can get to work and get out here as quick as we can with everything done right, or we can pack it up. And whatever time we invest, I'll pay my guys that and maybe a little more. So it ain't a waste today. Take a total hit and come back tomorrow somewhere else. And ain't a fucking thing they can do about it. They can call my phone number and all they gonna get is me saying, well, it's me, I'm the owner and everything else. So we already told you fuck you once. Now fuck you again as I hang the phone up. And that's that. I ain't never done it, but I've come close. And they decided to let us do our thing. And we got it done. So, I get tired, y'all, because I can go on another shit and go for another hour. And ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And I ain't trying to do it. So go ahead, man, close out, and then we'll finish and we out of here. And thank you once again for everything, for everybody. And they on the way out the door because I said we about to close out. So hurry up before we lose the last and talk to ourselves again.
But no, yeah, y'all go, whoever here, y'all go go check out Dane Calloway. He actually going live now. But once again,
so we going there too. So we gonna be there.
We gonna be there. We about to go over there and look at Dane Calloway once again. But this is Copper Color Lifestyle. We here on a mission from the Most High and the ancestors to help our people understand what the true mission is and what our true history are, and the better way that we need to start living, and stop with all the bull crap and stop letting everything slide.
And everything I say, whether it's serious, I'm joking, it's from my heart and from my head normally. And a lot of that shit been there forever. But now when the time right and I see it, it's coming out. Take or leave it. So Marcus Griffin
and Christian Griffin.
And we just about out here. But before I do, I want this kind of be one of my trademarks I come up with. But good night and have a good night. And we might see you sometime tomorrow, maybe, but we're going to be in transition again. So have a nice night and have a nice day. Bang, bang. We out.
See y'all.
Peace.